Hello everybody, it is Charlotte Eden from The Good Birth Practice. It is, oh my god, it's bang on 2 o'clock on Wednesday the 20th of June. Hi, I want to talk about what happens or how to cope or what tactics you can use if you're feeling under pressure to labour or birth in a particular way. And I thought quite a long time before I decided to come on and do this live, because I'm really cautious about setting people up in opposition to midwives and doctors and anaesthetists for a couple of reasons. Partly because the good news is, I think, it doesn't happen that much anymore. I mean, it used to be the case that if you wanted to labour your own way, you wanted to birth your own way, you had to fight your corner a little bit. And actually, I don't really think that is the case so much anymore in many trusts and for many midwives. The Royal College of Midwives talks a lot about supporting women to birth the way that's right for them, and they talk about informed choice. So, in large part, that battle has been won for you, so you don't have to worry about it so much. However, it does still happen, and I'm supporting somebody at the moment who is in that situation, and it's really hard. And I think those situations tend to happen when oh, hi Liz Stanford, how are you? Thank you for replying to me earlier. It's going to be amazing for you to sort that out. That was a really stupid thing for me to have done. But anyway, oh, hey Louise, I'm just about to message you. How are you doing, lovely? For some reason, Facebook's playing up and I haven't been able to pick up your message today, but I am going to try to and then respond to you and we'll get a date. It'll be lovely. Anyway, I'm talking about how to cope which tactics you can use when you're feeling under pressure, and that mainly, in the main, that battle's been won, and that many midwives and birth locations, birth environments are set up for women to make their own choices. However, I am supporting this woman at the moment who's coping with a very difficult situation, and I think that is when this comes up most frequently, when pregnancies or births look like they're not going to be that straightforward. And this poor woman is in a situation where she wants to do A, the midwives want her to do B and possibly C, and she doesn't want to do it, and the relationship between them has broken down. Sorry, I've just got this funny little pop-up. There we go. The relationship between them has broken down, so there isn't any trust left. She doesn't have a lot of respect for them. They obviously see her as being somebody who's a bit difficult and who is trying to do things on principle, and I think, to be fair to them, they are under an enormous amount of time pressure, and just pressure generally. Working in the NHS is no friggin' picnic at the moment. You've got to be pretty bloody dedicated to keep cracking on that thankless task. So they are in a pretty difficult situation. And I just wanted to talk about what informed choice is, and getting really specific, because you can't really make a choice unless you really know what your options are, and you can't really know what your options are if you're just talking broadly about wide data sets. It's really important that you are asking questions about specifically you and specifically your pregnancy and specifically your situation. So if you are saying, I would like to have a VBAC, and they're saying, no, we want you to have an elective section, ask why. Because sometimes the answer that comes back is because statistically it's a better option for you, or because of the situation that we're in, and yada, yada, yada. And you really have to come back at them with the question, how are you going to support me to have a positive birth experience, because you are only going to do this once. You are only going to have this birth once. And although we Brits have a bit of a tendency to want to avoid conflict and not be too rude, now is the time to roll it out. You don't have to be rude. You don't have to be unpleasant. It doesn't have to be a difficult conflict. It can just be helping them get what they need, because they need to operate within the protocols of the system that they're in. They need to be protected as well, so that you can get what you want. And that might be a negotiation, but it's a negotiation that you can have when you're well supported. So think carefully about what you want before you go in and talk to your midwife. To take it in a piece of paper with you, because it's easy to get derailed and flustered. Take a couple of deep breaths so that you are as calm as you can be when you go in there. For a number of reasons, you don't want, it's not ideal to be going in there prepared for an ambush, because that doesn't help anybody. Go in feeling calm and with the objective that you're going to find a solution that suits everyone. Ask all of the questions. Ask what the benefits are. Ask what the risks are. Ask what the alternatives are. Ask why this is specific to you and how it relates specifically to you and your pregnancy and your labour. Be well armed with information. So AIMS is very good. The Association for the Improvement in Maternity Services is excellent. Always well worth a look. Have a look at the Royal College of Midwives website, because often there's information in there that you can use to help support your argument and to reassure them that you're not just willfully cracking on to do whatever it is that you want to do, regardless of the risks to you or the effects on the people who are going to be in your birth environment. Get some support from people around you. Don't go to those meetings on your own if you can help it. Take your birth partner. If your birth partner's not around, take your mum. If your mum's not around, take a friend. If you haven't got any friends who are available, phone a local doula. See if she will come to the appointments with you, because sometimes just having somebody in your corner can help de-escalate the pressure a little bit and make things feel a bit more manageable. And it's a difficult situation, I think, like this, because I really don't, birth is not the place for conflict, but sometimes you do find yourself in that situation, and I would definitely stick to your guns on it. It's your body, it's your baby, it's your birth. If you are making sensible, informed, considered opinions, you are where there isn't any major medical contraindication, where you need, a really well-informed, bloody alerts on my phone, where you really need somebody with specialist knowledge and the years and years of training and experience and expertise that your midwives and doctors have. If you're not in that situation, then you're the person who's best placed to make those decisions. So I hope there isn't anybody who's watching this who's feeling like this at the moment. I hope you're all feeling really well supported. I don't have cause to talk about this very often, but it does come up from time to time, and knowing how to negotiate is really, really important. So that's it. That's me. I am going to crack on and do some bits and then pick up my kids and sit in the sun and have a lot to drink, because I can see that Colette Beard is watching and she made me drink too much Prosecco last night. I'm feeling a bit ropey. It's all her fault. Anyway, thank you very much, everyone. Speak to you later. Bye.